different. How would you respond to the Euthyphro dilemma?
Okay, so that dilemma, going back to Plato, says that either in their context, the gods plural. I'll just make it simple to make it God. Does God command things arbitrarily, where he just willy nilly says do or don't do something, or does God command according to some standard outside of himself? In which case, if he does that, then the standard outside of himself would seem to be superior to God, and therefore God wouldn't be God. So it's a dilemma, because if he's just being arbitrary, it seems like he could will anything to be good, like rape or murder for fun or whatever.
And before you go on, for context, the Euthyphro dilemma was originally against the pagan deities by Greek philosophers.
Right, yeah. So Plato's trying to figure out with Euthyphro, what does it mean to be pious? And they're trying to figure out, well, whatever the gods love. And then the question, well, do they love it because God commands it, or does God command it because it's love? So basically, it's a dilemma. Is God being arbitrary, or is he kind of subordinate to some other notion of goodness? Many Christians will say that the way to get past this dilemma is to say he commands things in accordance with his own good nature. And that would mean that God is willing in accordance with his own good moral nature. Now, what I'm saying is the case, that can't be the right answer, because God has no moral nature, if what I'm saying is right. But to answer the dilemma, I think Aquinas is right in saying that God, in willing creation, which he doesn't have to do, but supposing he does will creation and will humans, then he wills a particular human nature. And he also wills that doing certain actions either promotes or prohibits the advancement of the goodness of that human. So if I kill a human, rape a human, lie to, steal from a human, that is prohibiting that person from attaining the good. Those are morally evil things that one human does to another. So God is willing humanity, not because he's willing in accordance to some standard outside of himself. It's somewhat arbitrary in that he doesn't have to do it; he just wants to will it. But he's willing to do X, Y, and Z in accordance with the way he has already, in a sense, already willed what humans are supposed to be. So when he says don't rape, don't murder, that's because he's already willed that in making human beings, it's bad for them to be raped and murdered. Hope that